Hello everyone, I'm Lisa Flint, I've just flown in. And today we are back for more Seduce Me Otome. My usual spiel, this is not a blind LP, and if you are just coming into this and this is your first video, 1, hello, nice to meet you. 2, go to the top of this playlist and start at video 1, because there is a lot of dialogue I'm going to be skipping. Because this is the third or fourth run I'm doing right now. And forgive me for not being able to pull exact numbers, but I don't record everything all at once. I squeeze in gaming sessions when I can. Alright, with that said, let us get into it today, shall we? New game. And it's time to start the skips already. What is my name? Say my name, say my name. What should I call this girl? I think I'm actually going to name her for my ranger character from my my first D&D group. Quizee. Q-U-I-Z-E. Quizee. Although sadly, she is not half elf and a ranger, and does not have a wolf named Cole following her around. That shall be sad. And because it's a new day, a new save. On what? With the skip button. Yes, I approve this name game. Move along. And let's go Trinity Corporation. Sounds just fine.
Bah, fine. Be lame.
I will. And so will the skip button. I wish I could get as fast of here, too. Which is why I use the skip button. Like this. You know what? I'm just gonna stick to being me, and I'm gonna have the mac and cheese and the soda. Because I want the caffeine. That sounds good. It does. And so does a side order of skip button. And parents, and funeral, and grandpa, and dad hitting me, and calls, and we're back to school, and my friends are fighting, and ugh, why are they fighting? You know, Zuzu is probably ready to me, but, maybe.
Of course you would side with her.
Yep. And skip buttons, and Lizette, and my dad. I'm gonna leave it alone, because social interaction is for other people that are less awkward than me. And we're going back to the skip button. As I move in, an incubi are here, and you know what? Inappropriate touching means you get inappropriately touched, and bop.
How? You're just being violent now!
You asked for it. And back to the skip button, my Lou. You are still not Edward Cullen. I'm still gonna protect myself. And pillow fights, and he's a telepath, and evil murder fairy squirrel, which you can have it.
What? I appreciate the thought, but no thanks.
You're keeping it. I will sew it to you if I have to. And dinner, and I don't really want to tell you about my problems, because they're mine, not yours. It'll be fine. You know what? Eric's also being appropriate. Slap.
No! That's going to sting.
And good. And skip, 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 skip. And grandpa, and... yeah, I don't feel it's really appropriate to laugh right now, so I didn't, because I am a lady. Oh, okay, so I didn't means I actually do laugh. Oh well. Skipping over again. And party, and my parents are making me throw, and breakfast, and my friends arrive, and they're visitors.
Then why did one of them open the door?
'Cause I'm a terrible liar. I don't know. And we give them breakfast, and do I want to help around the house, or do I want to go hang with my buds? Yeah, I think I'm gonna go hang with my buds. Later, boys.
Are you sure?
Yes. 100%. Let's go. And we're in the car. And I still can't get over the fact of how much spicy food you eat. Yeah, as someone that used to really love jalapeno peppers, it got to a point that I had to give them up because I couldn't taste anything anymore. It was sad, but these ones did come back.
You never eat spicy things, Anderson.
I
You don't know how it feels.
Yeah. I also know what things taste like. Do you? Let's go to the arcade. And we're here, and we're gonna have a good time, and we play a game, and it's time for the party. Yeah, I'm as ready as I'll ever be, considering I only got myself ready for this, and you boys did all the work. Okay, here we go. Time for the timed questions.
So, how do you feel living on your own at such a young age?
I'm doing my best.
I'm so sorry about your grandfather passing away. It really hit all of us hard.
Thank you for the condolences.
Do you have college plans?
No. Yes, I do. And then the questions that turned a little bit more about the company, which was even more awkward.
What do you think will happen with the company now that your grandfather has passed?
Stuff and things. It will get back on track soon.
What do you think of the philanthropic policy the company has?
Policy reflects my own values.
Do you think the company should expand from just toys?
It's a possibility. And the questions stopped, and so the timed section is over. Phew. And skip time. Hello. No. Fight this urge to go pursue him. I will just simply nod. Nice to meet you. Also, this goes along with who Quizee was in the campaign, as she was very socially awkward. He looks taken aback, but not put off. And ... you're just gonna stare at him like, why are you talking to me? I don't understand.
I apologize if I made you uncomfortable in some way.
Well, a lot of things make Quizee uncomfortable, let's be honest. I'm just gonna stay put. I'm sure he'll be fine. The gardens are quite nice this time of year. And like I said, I don't have Cole the Wolf following me around anymore. Or never at all in this life, because I'm not a half-elf. And he goes, and the night ends. Now we get in here, and... You know what? Fuck off, dude. I've had a bad night. He looks at me and just leaves. Bitch in the cage. Walking up to me. I'm gonna duck. Yeah, now I'm gonna skip, because we're past the time segment again. You know what? What am I gonna do today? You know what? I think I'm just gonna chill in my room and do homework. Yeah, what am I gonna do today? That is a good question. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna make some coffee. Coffee is good. Coffee fixes everything. Okay, so I learned I cannot backskip to re-answer questions. Good to know. So I guess we're doing homework anyway. Moving on. You know what? I'm not gonna disturb their practice. I'm just gonna go. You guys have fun. And we're back to skipping. It's my turn to make them lunch. I think we're just gonna make them sandwiches again. It's nothing fancy, but it is filling. Because, as she said, why not? You know what? I'm just gonna go to my room and chill by myself. Like you do. And we're back to skipping as I eat alone. You know what? I'm just gonna chill in my room today and have some me time, you know? I needed to stay in. There was really no need to spend my day anywhere except at home. Ooh, shenanigans music. I'll just entertain myself. The question was, how? Browse the internet, watch a movie, play a video game, study. Yeah, I think I'm gonna play a video game. Those are fun. I looked at the TV in my room, wondering if my old console grandfather bought me and conveniently kept here, worked on it. I suddenly groaned at the idea of setting it up. Oh, come on, you'll be fine. It's not like you can electrocute yourself, and, well, maybe you can. Ugh, too many wires. I was bored, though, and I craved to play some games. Maybe I should have went to the arcade. Nah, the arcade's for other people. You're gonna stay in today. I sighed and stood up. I began to dig around in the drawers and the hidden areas of the room. Eventually, I found it with a smile. There you are, beautiful. I agree, wiring is beautiful. I ignored my lazy mental cries and set up the console, turning it on and seeing what game was in the console. Little Cause. I'd rather play Dungeon Era. Me too. I switched games and started up a new game. The premise: you were the dungeon keeper, and you had to stop monsters from appearing in your dungeon, or else they'd destroy the world. Gasp! No, not the world. Ah, beautiful storytelling. I was zipping my way through levels faster than I had imagined myself doing so after years of not playing it. Yeah, I know that feeling, all right. I watched as my dungeon keeper slashed through monster upon monster with ease, yelling her battle cry before each kill. Yeah, I know that feeling. Die, demon! I stopped. The monsters were demons. I watched as the monsters appeared on the screen and took swings at my dungeon keeper. They were indeed, for lack of a better word, monstrous. Leather-skinned, spikes, pointed teeth, growls that defied the human soul, the works. I couldn't help laughing. Demons do not look like that. I stopped as I heard those words come out of my mouth. What was I saying? Yeah, what are you saying? Did I really say that? I paused the game and rubbed my face with my hands. I cannot believe I actually said that. Out of pure instinct, I ejected the game and put in Little Cause. Sci-fi. I need sci-fi. Less fantasy. Yes. Except for Quizee started her life as a D&D character, so she comes from fantasy. I needed to get back into reality. Shooting aliens and being the greatest force in space was, in my mind, more realistically acceptable than slaying demons. Except for you fricking met incubi. And a demon. Come on. Even the romance my character had with an alien crewmate appeased me. Ah, gotcha. I am on board for this game then. I let my brain just empty as I played my video game all the way until my stomach growled for dinner. And we can skip because we know what's gonna happen next. You know what? You're not worth my time. I'm just gonna walk away. Nah, not worth it. And I'm kidnapped. And you know what? I'ma fight you. Because I can. And I'm gonna skip because I already know I've been coming. And Diana's here, and the boys are leaving. The growl of the pit beast beneath me. You know what? You can have my memories. They're all yours, lady. I just want, normalcy. And skip, skip, skip. And my life became a blur. I was once again surrounded by people moving faster than myself as I walked through my life in slow motion. I felt that I could stop and the world would continue moving in high speed. Memories of childhood haunted me throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout the month. Soon, I let my entire last semester pass me by and I was on the cusp of graduating. I never felt more nervous about my life. What would happen after I touched my diploma? Would real life just sweep me away? Would I be left alone in the void of my own doing? Well, yeah, she done some extracurriculars and got into college. Just saying. It was hard to say. I stared at the graduation forms covering my dining room table, unable to process all the information on them. I'm gonna graduate. My mind settled into hushed rumble at the thought of graduating. I was nervous, excited, worried, bored, anxious, and angry all at once. What was I gonna do? Where was I going to go after all this was over? What was my future? And why did my house feel so empty? I sighed and put my forehead against the wood of the table. My head had begun to spin, and I needed it to stop. Closing my eyes, I counted my heartbeat as it pounded in my head. Yeah, that's not a good sign, sweetie. You might want to get that looked at. What broke my concentration was my doorbell ringing. I lifted my head and walked over into the lobby to open the door. Who is it?
It's your father.
Really? Okay. This is unexpected. My hand froze on the doorknob. Why was he here? I could practically feel the incoming lecture we were going to have emanating from the cracks of the door. Good times. I felt my nervousness take hold of my emotions as I simply stood there, staring at the frosted glass on the door at my dad's figure. What is it?
I wanted to talk to you. It's important.
Is it? Is it really? I opened the door, ushering him in. There was no use in denying the inevitable. My father stepped in and looked around the lobby, like an investigative health inspector. I couldn't help but press my lips together in irritation. What did he want to talk about?
You've kept the place clean. Good.
Gee, thanks. Thank you.
I want to talk about your future.
Okay. Go on. Great. What about it? I'm gonna graduate and go to college.
That's not what I meant. I meant about you being part of Anderson Family Toys.
Yes, that thing you seem very hard set on. What about it? I stared. Was he serious right now? Did he really want to add another stress point in my life? Yeah, I think he does. I felt myself glare out of pure irritation with the topic. What about it?
Do you want to be part of the company?
Maybe if you had backed off a little. Was he seriously asking this? Was I getting an option? This had to be a test. This couldn't be real. You said I was to be...
I said, do you want to be part of the company?
No. I felt my mind go blank. Did I want to be part of the company? If this chance was real, this was my one chance to do what I wanted without expectation over my head. I wanted to be free. I wanted to fly high and find my own path of life. If that was really a future with the company, I would be taken there on my own choice, not on the command of my father. If my future took me far away, then I wanted that chance to go. Yeah, as someone that moved countries, sometimes you need to have that freedom to go and know you'll have your family's support and love regardless of where you live. No, I don't.
May I ask why?
Because you've pushed for this my whole life, and you made it not fun? I want to choose my own future. I don't want to be stuck to expectation. I felt my mind begin to fill with ideas of the future, dreams and goals that I could possibly fulfill with a new freedom. I want to decide what to do with my life. If it's with Anderson Family Toys, then I want my heart to bring me there. Yeah, you weren't expecting that answer, were you? My heart tensed in fear. Was he going to scold me? Was he going to be happy? What was he going to do? His sigh almost frightened me to death.
You should do what makes you happy.
Wow, this is killing you to say, isn't it? What? Did he really? Dad?
I'll admit, I've been harsh on you.
A little.
I thought that me pushing you would make you confident to take the family company.
Instead
You
of
being in
destroying
this
me.
place, though, but I was worried that you'd turn out as curious as your grandfather.
What's wrong with curiosity? Seriously. Then why did you send me here?
Because I wanted to see what you would do if you weren't constantly under my influence.
Okay, that makes sense. And you know what I did? I had incubi live with me, and then I was kidnapped by demons. And then the succubus lady erased my memories. So, I made good choices. My dad placed a hand on my head and rubbed it gently as I stared up in confusion at him.
Looking at you now, I see a grown woman, ready to take on the world. I deeply regret not being the dad I was supposed to be.
And this is a very big character change for Mr. Anderson. Quizee's dad in this verse. It's a shame that you don't get to see this transformation in a lot of the other paths. Suddenly, I felt my dad pull me into an embrace, bearing his head in my shoulder. I stared wide-eyed over his shoulder, unable to take in what was happening. Was he hugging me for real? Was he seriously in regret?
I should have let you be a kid a little while longer.
Yeah, he should.
Now that you're grown up, I can't guide you anymore.
No, you can't. I began to shake. This was real. This had to be. This was too emotional to be a dream. I gripped onto my dad, making sure my senses weren't lying to me.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Dad. My dad pulled back slightly and gently moved a strand of hair from my face, smiling at me.
I love you, sweetie.
And then I broke. And I don't blame you for breaking. The world finally was able to freeze completely as I held onto my dad and cried into his shoulder. I let my mind completely empty and fill itself with memories of my dad and me. He used to be kind. He used to care. Something took that dad away from me, and now he was back. I could feel his love for me as he held me close and let me cry into his shoulder. He finally said, "I love you, Daddy."
My baby girl. I'm so proud of you.
Aww. All the schmaltzy happiness. I leaned completely into my dad's embrace as he supported me to stand. I felt like a little girl again, and it was both pathetic and blissful. I didn't care. I was with my dad. My dad gently pulled away and kissed my forehead, letting me hiccup with a small smile.
No matter how old you are, you'll always be my little girl.
Aww.
I may have screwed up your childhood.
Yeah, he did.
But let me make it up to you in the future.
Okay, I'm listening. I nodded, wiping my eyes. I finally could have a dad who didn't see me as an investment, but saw me as a daughter. My heart was jumping in my chest in joy while my mind filled with thoughts. It felt like I could do anything now. My dad rustled my hair a bit before stepping away from me.
Now, I have to take your mom out to dinner. It's been a while since we've gone out, but I think it's time to apologize to her as well.
Yes, you should. Also, when you two do eventually divorce, she's moving in with me. We've already talked about this. For what?
For being a burden she had to carry. She's always supported you from the sidelines.
True.
But I didn't let her completely be a wife and mother.
Uh-huh.
It's time to make her happy now.
Wow. Did you have a heart attack or a stroke or something? Because this is a little 180, and... Did you have a purple pencil? I'm curious. My dad and I smiled at each other. We understood each other now, and I was happy beyond words. My dad left my house, but not completely alone. I knew that he would support me now with whatever I wanted to do. I smiled and held my hands to my chest, feeling my heart pulse. I'll be okay.
Yes, you will be.
Hey, strange woman. I quickly turned the voice to see a woman dressed in a black and gold dress smiling at me. It was as if she appeared from out of thin air, and I went into a defense mode. Oh, so you're in defense mode? Are we going to hit our attack points next? Who are you?
Relax, relax. I'm just passing by.
In a ball gown. Gotcha. What do you mean? How did you get in here?
You don't need to know that.
Yes, I
I
do.
only came here to pick up a little something, and then I'll be gone.
Excuse me? What are you? With the snap of the woman's fingers, I suddenly felt myself get warm. This feeling was familiar, but I couldn't pinpoint how. What was she doing to me? I watched as the woman walked to me and gently lifted my chin to look at my face with a smile.
A kiss for the road, sweetie. I had to do a lot of running around, and it's made me need a pick-me-up.
Seriously, why do you keep molesting me, lady? I felt myself nod. What was I doing? The woman smiled and gently lowered her face to kiss me. I felt like melting into the kiss, but I knew deep inside that this was beyond wrong. How was she doing this? Why was she doing this? I felt my strength and energy drain from the kiss, and soon I felt my legs slightly wobble in weakness. The woman pulled away and placed a small purple vial in my hand.
Drink up, sweetie. You need it.
Okay. I nodded and opened the vial before pouring its contents into my mouth. It was sweet, like fruit, but it wasn't overpowering, and I felt my energy return to my body at the last drop that dripped into my tongue. Huh? What?
A gift from me, as a thank you for giving me the strength to finally take what is mine.
Glad to help? Question mark? What is yours? The woman smiled before nodding to me and walking around me to the door. As she opened and took a step out, she looked back to me.
Praetorium poscunt, correge argurium, delir memoria, liberaret iam.
Okay. As she closed the door behind her, I suddenly felt my mind go back to being happy. What kind of drugs did she give me? What had just happened? Oh, right, my dad had just left. There was no crazy lady in a ball gown here? No. I felt more confident than ever and knew that I could take on anything. I rushed over to the dining room and looked over the graduation papers with a small smirk. I can do this. Eventually, my graduation came along. I walked across the school stage and took hold of my diploma with grace. And by that I mean I snapped my heel and fell straight onto my face. It was kind of embarrassing. The rest of the story can almost be passed over. I graduated from school as one of the top 10 students in my class, and my family was proud. As they should be. But what of my future? Well, that was free for me to decide now. No longer would I have the future scaring me into a corner. I could choose my life on my own. And that is a very powerful thing to get a hold of. That being said, I was still scared of where the future was going to take me. What did I want to do? Did I want to help build the family company? Did I want to venture off on my own? Did I want to get a wolf and name him Cole? And study archery and go live in a forest? Yes! No, that was another life. Whatever I was going to do, I was going to do it with a smile on my face. I was happy, and nothing could shake me down from that happiness. The next morning I woke up and took all that happened as if it was all a dream. My life seemed to fall perfectly into place. It was almost surreal. I walked over to my balcony window and opened it, stepping onto the patio and staring out into the sky. It was beautiful. The wind gently brushed over my face as I took the smell of the morning. I felt a wave of confidence rush through my body as I stared into the sky. I'll be fine. I'll be just fine. I was confident that I could do anything now. My life was in my hands, and I was strong enough to carry it. I was alone for now, yes, but eventually I knew that I would be happy at the end of my journey. I still had hundreds of battles to face, 1,000 memories to make, 1,000,000 stories to write. This was just one of those stories. And that was my happily ever after. And my freedom, M. And that is one more path completed. And it unlocks the achievement, My Freedom. this is an interesting path in that it is one of the few non-romantic paths you can go down in this game. And is just as much as it's important to have a diversity in the romance options, both in terms of personality and gender, I think it's also nice to have a diversity in romance, no romance. So I think this was very well played that they put this in here, and that they really did hammer it home. It's okay to find fulfillment in yourself, that it doesn't always come from that it doesn't always have to come from a romantic relationship. Sometimes it can come from family, sometimes it can come from friends. And I think that's an important thing and message to learn and carry with from this game. And now, before I ramble on too much further, I think I'm going to cut the video here. Until next, tak like a tilak hedo.